This evening, landmark ruling favors Ghana's teachers union. We delve into the court's decision and its implications for education and labor rights. Following that, Ghana Power and Light signs a groundbreaking energy deal. Stay tuned for details on how this agreement aims to revolutionize the nation's power supply. Then, housing initiative sets to transform communities in Region 3. Get the latest on the progress of this multi-billion-dollar project and its impact on housing accessibility. Additionally, Dartmouth man granted bail amid sexual assault charges. Stay tuned for updates on the legal proceedings and community reaction. And later, Chile's president accepts invitation from Venezuela amidst rising tension. We bring you insights into the diplomatic discussions and their potential outcomes. Welcome to this broadcast of Channel 2's Headline News Update for April 19, 2024. I'm Baby Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. First up, in a significant court ruling earlier today, Justice Sandal Kassoon declared that the government of Guyana acted unlawfully and unfairly by deducting money from teachers' salary who participated in industrial action back in February. The Ghana Teachers Union strike, which lasted just over a month, was deemed legal and justified. Additionally, the judge found the government's decision to stop deducting union dues from teachers' salaries was also found to be discriminatory and unlawful. The judge referenced previous important rulings to support the decision, emphasizing the significance of the right to strike for unions. The court deemed Julian Cambridge, the second vice president of the Ghana Teachers Union, credible. However, Saddam Hussein, the chief education officer, was criticized for not being clear and honest in his testimony. Justice Kassoon noted that the government failed to fulfill its duty to engage in collective bargaining with the Ghana Teachers Union as required by the Constitution and the Trades Union Recognition Act. Attorneys Darren Wade and Royce Ford represented the Ghana Teachers Union, while Anil Nandlal, the Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, represented the government of Guyana. In other news, Dansford Thomas, also known as Dennis, a 29-year-old laborer from Dartmouth, Essequibo Coast, was charged and placed on bail for sexual assault when he appeared at the Anna Regina Magistrates Court on Wednesday, April 17. Thomas appeared before Magistrate Tanika Clark for charges of sexual assault allegedly committed on November 28, 2023. The magistrate reviewed the evidence presented and determined there were sufficient grounds to proceed with the trial. Nevertheless, Thomas was granted bail in the amount of $300,000. As a result, the magistrate ordered Thomas to stand trial at the next available session at the Saudi Criminal Court. Also making the headlines, Ghana Power and Light Incorporated has taken a significant step towards bolstering the country's power supply by signing a contract with Orbicon Concessions Investment to charter a power ship. The vessel, boasting a substantial capacity of 36 megawatts, will be leased for 2 years. This significant move is aimed at effectively tackling the nation's energy needs. Under the terms of the agreement, UCI, a Qatari subsidiary of UCC Holding, will provide operation and maintenance services in collaboration with Car Power Ship International, a Turkish firm. GPL will pay UCI a monthly charter fee of $6.62 per kilowatt per hour and a maintenance fee of US 98 cents per kilowatt per hour. The power ship, anticipated to arrive in Guyana by May 1st, 2024, will be stationed at Everton Berbice and integrated into GPL's grid. GPL has initiated preparatory measures at the site to facilitate the power ship's installation and grid connectivity. With an operational target of May 8, 2024, the power ship is poised to significantly enhance Ghana's electricity supply, operating at a remarkable 96% availability. GPL has paid a mobilization fee of $1 million, with no demobilization fee stipulated in the contract. Moreover, GPL will provide heavy fuel oil to fuel the generators on board the power ship. General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party, Bart Jagdeo, has assured the public that there will be no increases in electricity charges during the period that the power ship is in operation. Speaking at his weekly press conference at Freedom House on Thursday, Dr. Jagdeo explained that the government will absorb any additional costs stemming from the rental. Stick around when we return. Over 440 more Region 3 families to benefit from house allocation. And Venezuelan miners stabbed to death at Puyuca Falls.
This Mother's Day, celebrate in style and give mom the chance to win big. Simply top up with $1,000 or more for a chance to be one of 5 lucky winners of a brand new, fully stocked French door fridge with groceries worth over $550,000 each. One winner will be selected weekly from April 5th to May 9th. Start topping up today. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
Good girl, forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for doing surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Cab Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Our smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Mill Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
Welcome back. With investments totaling $2.7 billion, the government's housing initiative is set to benefit over 440 families in Region 3. Minister of Housing and Water Colin Crowell highlighted ongoing progress during site visits to Anna Regina, Edinburgh, Lenora, Groenveld, Stortville, and Metamurzorg. Massive infrastructural work, including drainage and road networks, are underway to support these developments. Construction efforts include over 60 two-bedroom low-income houses in Anna Katerina, which are nearing completion, and 25 two-bedroom houses in Ekaterinburg, which are set for completion within a month. Additional housing projects are advancing in Metamurzorg, Lenora, and Groenveld. Furthermore, the initiative is not limited to a single housing type. Private contractors are involved in constructing modular steel frames and prefabricated houses, offering a range of affordable alternatives. This comprehensive approach addresses housing needs, stimulates employment, and enhances local services. Minister Crowell has noted that over 1,500 house lots have already been allocated and over 1,500 houses completed nationwide to date. On a different note, A Venezuelan man known only as Frankie is now dead following a fatal stabbing incident at Payuca Falls near Peroni River on Thursday, April 18th. According to a police report, Frankie was allegedly attacked by Kane Vincent, a 24-year-old miner from South Rupununi, Region 9, during an altercation. Both men were employed by the same miner. The incident unfolded around 3:20 a.m. when Vincent and his colleagues were drinking at the site. Vincent, intoxicated, fell asleep in a hammock, only to be awakened by Frankie striking him on the head. In retaliation, Vincent armed himself with a knife and approached Frankie's hammock, stabbing him 4 times in the back. Frankie succumbed to his injuries shortly after. Police were notified and upon arrival at the scene found Frankie on a mattress with 4 stab wounds to his back. His body is presently awaiting a post-mortem examination while Vincent has been apprehended and is under police custody pending further investigation into the incident. Don't go away after the break. US vetoes Palestinian bid, widely supported full UN membership block, and floods in Afghanistan and Pakistan, at least 135 people killed in severe weather.
This Mother's Day, celebrate in style and give mom the chance to win big. Simply top up with $1,000 or more for a chance to be one of 5 lucky winners of a brand new, fully stocked French door fridge with groceries worth over $550,000 each. One winner will be selected weekly from April 5th to May 9th. Start topping up today. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
Welcome to Fortune Investment Company, your #1 eco-friendly cleaning and janitorial company in Guyana. At Fortune Investment Company, we specialize in commercial and residential cleaning. Whether it's your home or office, our experienced team is detail-focused and take pride in providing excellent services to make your spaces sparkle. Restaurants and kitchen cleaning? Aren't you tired of hearing your chef complain? Keep your culinary spaces spotless and hygienic with our dedicated maintenance services. Floor scrubbing and polishing? Elevate the look of your home or business. Give your floors a new lease on life with our professional scrubbing and polishing. But that's not all. We also offer power washing and steam cleaning. Say goodbye to dirt and moss. Our power washing services will leave your surfaces looking brand new. Revitalize your carpets, mattresses, and chairs with our thorough steam cleaning services. When you want someone to clean your space with care and without the unhealthy chemicals, you want Fortune Investment Company. Call us now at 646-0405 or 689-7558 or 639-6365 or visit us at 3430 Jacksonville Housing Scheme, North Rumville, to schedule your cleaning and janitorial services. Visit our business pages at Fortune Investment Company to learn more about our services and promotion. Fortune Investment Company, where cleanliness meets perfection, because a clean space is a happy space. And remember, we do the dirty works while you stay clean.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lenders, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Our smalls make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Middle Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets. outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton, and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world. The U.S. State Department has halted regular visa services at its embassy in Haiti due to surging gang violence. Only expedited non-immigrant visa appointments for life or death medical emergencies with proof of travel are being accepted. Applicants can seek expedited appointments after scheduling an interview, citing justifiable circumstances. Routine immigrant visa appointments are also on hold. However, the American Citizen Services Unit continues to assist U.S. citizens in Haiti. Haitian nationals in the U.S. are reminded of the extended temporary protected status re-registration period until August 3, 2024, allowing submission of necessary forms for employment authorization and protection. Chile's President Gabriel Boric has accepted an invitation by Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro to discuss a violent crime wave believed to be led by a Venezuelan criminal gang. But Boric says he wants more than just rhetoric as tension escalates between the two nations. Al Jazeera's Lucia Newman reports.
Kidnappings, decapitations, extortion, and much more have spread fear throughout Chile ever since the so-called Aragua train, an organized crime syndicate, arrived here from Venezuela. So, when Venezuela's foreign minister said that the Aragua train was a figment of the media's imagination, for Chile it was the last straw.
His words are deeply troubling and are a grave insult to the families and victims of that criminal organization.
Attracted by Chile's stable economy, tens of thousands of undocumented Venezuelans have entered this country. The vast majority have come looking for honest work. But Chile's porous northern borders with neighboring Bolivia and Peru have also allowed Venezuela's largest criminal organization to set up shop here. President Boric has recalled his ambassador to Venezuela. But with bilateral tensions escalating, Venezuela's president is now offering an olive branch.
I tell President Boric publicly that if you want to talk about the subject, let's talk personally, because they toss out accusations that are picked up by the media, which uses them in their campaign against Venezuela.
Boric has agreed, but with caution.
Beyond the rhetoric and nice words, what we expect is concrete collaboration. What should happen is that Venezuela hand over the criminals who committed a very grave crime.
He is referring to Chile's request for cooperation to arrest two Venezuelan men who returned to their country after having allegedly kidnapped and murdered a former Venezuelan army officer and opponent of President Maduro, right here in Chile. The prosecutor says his investigation has led to the conclusion that this was a political crime organized in Venezuela, but he does not say by whom. President Boric is under pressure.
We ask the foreign minister and the president to leave our ambassador here and consider breaking ties with Venezuela.
Even a socialist congressman from the left-wing government coalition is proposing a bill to ban Venezuelans from entering Chile for the next 2 years, a deteriorating bilateral situation that will take more than offers of cooperation to fix. Lucia Newman, Al Jazeera, Santiago.
Internationally, at least 135 people have died in Pakistan and Afghanistan in severe weather across the region. Flash floods have left thousands of people homeless, and more thunderstorms are expected in the coming days. Al Jazeera's Ibtisim Genford reports.
In western Pakistan, homeowners inspect the damage knee-deep in muddy waters. For 5 days, severe weather in Balochistan and eastern Afghanistan has affected roads, destroyed homes and livelihoods. Dozens of people and animals died when their roof collapsed on them.
There were 3 goats in this room that were lost. People are taking out the animals and belongings from under the mud. They suffered huge losses. All the walls of the houses have been destroyed and need to be rebuilt.
More than 2,000 livestock were lost in this part of Afghanistan, and up to 4,000 homes were destroyed across the region. The heavy rains are unusual, nearly double the rainfall of previous years. Experts say countries experiencing the effects of climate change will see more erratic weather like this.
It has been raining continuously for the last few days, and it has now turned into flooding. The government should provide assistance and relief to the people.
This region of southern Pakistan is still reeling from the unprecedented floods of nearly 2 years ago. More than 1,700 people died and thousands were injured in one of the worst flooding in Pakistan's history. Millions were left homeless, their sources of clean drinking water contaminated for months. Pakistan is the 5th most vulnerable country to climate change, according to the UN's Global Climate Risk Index. And Afghanistan ranks as one of the least prepared to face extreme weather events.
We ask foreign countries to help the flood victims and other people in need. They cannot rebuild by themselves.
As they bury their dead, people in both countries are bracing for more thunderstorms. Officials warn next week could bring more flooding and heavy rainfall. Ibtisam Genford, Al Jazeera.
Finally, the United States has vetoed a draft resolution at the United Nations Security Council, which calls for Palestine to become a full member of the United Nations. The U.S. was the only country to vote against it. 12 members voted in favor, with the UK and Switzerland abstaining. Al Jazeera's Gabriela Alonso reports.
Those against?
A single raised hand signaling the United States veto which ended Palestine's aspirations to become a full member of the United Nations. Also showing how isolated America has become on the issue. They were the only no vote. The UK and Switzerland abstained, while the 12 other council members all voted in favor of Palestine.
To the Palestinian people, Guyana will never abandon you. We will continue to use our voice until justice is served.
Granting membership in the UN to Palestine could be an important step towards peace. It would strengthen the role of the Palestinian Authority and would contribute to the security of Israel as well.
In remarks after the U.S. veto, Palestine's ambassador gathered himself as he talked about his people's quest for dignity and acceptance. The chamber sat silent. Some diplomats were seen wiping away tears as he spoke.
We love life, to live in freedom and dignity in our national homeland. We will not disappear. Either you deal with us with fairness and give us our rights, or give us our rights.
The United States justified its veto by casting doubt on Palestine's qualifications.
As reflected in the report of the Admission Committee, there was not unanimity among committee members as to whether the applicant met the criteria for membership as set forth in Article 4 of the UN Charter.
Earlier in the day, in a separate council session open to all UN member states, the Secretary General briefed the council on the reality on the ground.
In Gaza, 6.5 months of Israeli military operations have created a humanitarian hellscape. Tens of thousands of people have been killed. 2 million Palestinians have endured death, destruction, and the denial of life-saving humanitarian aid, and they are now staring down on starvation.
It was a long day of more than 5 hours of speeches on Palestine and the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, followed by nearly 2 more hours focused on Palestine's bid to join 193 other countries and become a full member of the United Nations. But despite overwhelming support, it's now abundantly clear it likely won't happen until the United States changes its position. Gabriel Elizondo, Al Jazeera, at the United Nations in New York.
This brings us to the end of the regional and global news coverage. Up next is the 3-day weather forecast. And that's it to be 2 Headline News for this Friday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. We will be off for the weekend, but you can tune in on Monday at 7 p.m. for more news. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other and do have a wonderful weekend.